Welcome to an intriguing exploration into one of the most mystifying and less spoken of aspects of ancient texts, the Archons. These entities, often discussed in Gnostic teachings, present a fascinating facet of metaphysical lore that has, over centuries, influenced various interpretations of human existence and spirituality. Today, we will look into who the Archons are believed to be, the nature of the knowledge associated with them, and why such narratives were possibly omitted from mainstream biblical scriptures. This journey unveils a narrative that has stirred both curiosity and controversy alike. The concept of Archons is not just a mere footnote in ancient scriptures, it is a central theme in Gnostic cosmology. These entities are described as powerful forces with the ability to influence and manipulate the human spirit. The idea that there exists certain knowledge so profound, so potentially disruptive, that it was deliberately kept out of the canonical Bible texts is both alarming and captivating. This raises profound questions about the nature of control and the very fabric of our perceived reality. What if the reality we are accustomed to is but a shadow of true existence, obscured by unseen forces with their own agenda? In this video, we aim to uncover the layers of this hidden knowledge. Why was it banned? Who benefits from its suppression? By understanding these questions, we not only grasp the nature of Archons but also the broader implications of hidden knowledge in our own perceptions of spirituality and control. In Gnostic belief, Archons occupy a significant role as the rulers or overseers of the material world. They are considered intermediaries between the human world and the transcendent forces, yet they are not benevolent guides. Instead, they are often depicted as usurpers who prevent souls from achieving ultimate enlightenment and ascension. This portrayal aligns with the Gnostic view of the universe, where the material realm is a place of deception and spiritual imprisonment, overseen by these formidable entities. The term Archon comes from the Greek word for ruler or lord, reflecting their role as authoritarian figures in the metaphysical hierarchy. They are said to manipulate earthly realities to serve their own ends, ensuring that humans remain within the confines of a controlled and engineered existence. Such a concept might sound like the plot of a dystopian novel, but these narratives have persisted for thousands of years, suggesting a deeper resonance with the human psyche's understanding of freedom and subjugation. Why are some texts accepted within religious canons while others are cast aside? The decision often rests on the doctrines that religious authorities wish to promote. In the case of the Archons, their story is predominantly found in Gnostic texts, such as those discovered in the Nag Hammadi Library in Egypt in 1945. These texts offer a starkly different view of the cosmos and our place within it compared to mainstream Christian doctrine. The exclusion of such texts from the Bible can be attributed to a variety of factors. Political, theological, and social considerations played significant roles. Leaders within early Christianity sought to unify the faith under a cohesive set of beliefs, and texts that did not align with the emerging orthodoxy were often suppressed or labeled as heretical. The narratives of the Archons, with their emphasis on deception and the illusory nature of the material world, challenged the foundational views of a creation under a benevolent God, as traditionally portrayed in the Bible. Understanding this historical context is crucial. It highlights not just a theological divergence but a fundamental conflict over the nature of truth and authority. Who decides what knowledge should prevail and what should be hidden? And more importantly, what are the criteria for such monumental decisions? These are not merely academic questions, they have profound implications on spiritual beliefs and the quest for enlightenment. We come to one of their most intriguing and unsettling attributes, their ability to control and manipulate. According to Gnostic texts, Archons have the power to shape our perceptions of the world. This manipulation isn't merely about misleading or deceiving individuals. It's about maintaining a grip over the very essence of humanity's spiritual consciousness. The question then arises, how do these entities exert such influence? Archons are said to operate through systems of beliefs and societal norms, subtly weaving their control into the fabric of human existence. They do not force but suggest, not command but coax. Their manipulation is often portrayed as a psychological battle, one that plays on fears, desires, and the deepest uncertainties of human beings. This subtlety is what makes the Archons both profoundly powerful and difficult to detect. Their influence is an invisible architecture that shapes how reality is perceived, steering humanity away from spiritual awakening and enlightenment. The notion of beings or forces that manipulate human destiny isn't unique to Gnostic beliefs. Similar concepts exist in various religious and spiritual traditions across the world. However, the characterization of Archons is distinct in how they embody the corruption of spiritual authority and the perversion of cosmic order. In other traditions, such beings might serve as tests or trials for human souls, but in the Gnostic view, Archons are jailers, keeping the human soul entrapped in a material realm. This segment of the narrative invites us to compare these interpretations. For instance, in some Eastern religions, the idea of Maya or illusion plays a similar role to that of Archons, suggesting a world where sensory perceptions and material attachments keep us from true spiritual liberation. In traditional Abrahamic religions, while there isn't a direct counterpart to Archons, there are various demons and angels that influence human life, albeit with a different context and under a different divine mandate. Understanding these parallels helps underscore a fundamental question. Are these narratives different interpretations of the same underlying truth? A truth wrapped in the metaphysical mystery of who really controls the mechanisms of our spiritual and physical existences? Such comparisons not only broaden our perspective but also deepen our understanding of the Gnostic Archons, situating them within a wider context of spiritual and existential discourse. Looking into how the belief in Archons might influence individual spirituality, we see a significant impact on how people perceive their own autonomy and spiritual path. If one accepts the premise that unseen forces like Archons can manipulate realities, this raises critical questions about free will and spiritual liberation. Are our spiritual pursuits genuine expressions of our inner selves, or are they influenced by external entities that guide us away from true enlightenment? The concept of Archons suggests that achieving spiritual awareness is not just a matter of personal growth but also a battle against external manipulations. This perspective encourages individuals to seek deeper into their spiritual practices, urging a form of awareness that is vigilant and discerning. It challenges practitioners to question not just the material world but also the structures and doctrines that govern their spiritual beliefs. While we look into the scholarly interpretations of Archons, it becomes apparent that academics view these entities from varied perspectives, often shaped by their specific disciplines. Historians and theologians debate the Gnostic texts' authenticity and the intention behind their creation, pondering whether Archons were conceived as literal beings or metaphoric representations of political and spiritual corruption. This analysis helps to contextualize the Gnostic worldview within the broader spectrum of early Christian and pagan traditions, examining how these views contrasted with or influenced Orthodox religious teachings. Philosophers, on the other hand, might interpret the concept of Archons as an allegory for the human condition, questioning the nature of freedom and reality. This philosophical approach tends to focus on existential questions about control, perception, and spiritual emancipation, drawing parallels between ancient Gnostic concerns and contemporary existential and phenomenological debates. The debates about the existence and impact of Archons are as diverse as they are complex. Some scholars argue that the fear of archonic influence reflects ancient peoples' attempts to explain the inexplicable aspects of their lives, much like modern conspiracy theories attempt to make sense of an increasingly complex world. Others suggest that these narratives should be viewed as critical commentaries on the abuse of authority by religious and political institutions throughout history. These academic discussions are not merely intellectual exercises, they play a crucial role in how we interpret ancient texts and their relevance to modern issues. By examining how different scholars approach the topic of Archons, we gain insights into the multifaceted nature of human belief systems and the enduring question of what it means to seek truth in a world filled with manipulation and misinformation. While we conclude our exploration of the Archons and their enigmatic role in spiritual and earthly realms, I hope this discussion has sparked your curiosity and inspired a deeper reflection on the unseen forces that may influence our lives. Understanding these complex concepts not only broadens our perspective on spiritual narratives but also empowers us to navigate our reality with greater awareness. If you found value in this journey, please consider liking this video, sharing it with others who may find it intriguing, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful content like this. Your support helps us continue uncovering hidden knowledge and bringing transformative discussions to light. Thank you for watching, and keep seeking the truth behind the mysteries of our world.